Welcome ladies and gentlemen to IRL Season 9, F1 Tier Round number 9 at Mexico. I am your commentator, IRL name, or Jared Fosbury, joined by my co-commentator, Mr. Aspect, or Kevin Harrison. Just apologies for the stream. Says hello.
And of course, today Mexico, we gotta be able to see a lot more overtaking than Japan. Japan, of course, only one main overtaking opportunity through 130 or here you have turn 1, which we'll certainly see plenty of overtakes at, and even it's possible into turn 4. Hopefully we don't see any moves going into the S section, otherwise we'll certainly see some crashes, and that's not going to be nice for anyone. But yeah, a lot of overtaking possible around this track.
Well, that's true, and only 14 today, which is a shame. A couple people had a few issues and a couple can't make it, which is an issue, but next season will be better, of course, because there'll be a lot of two drivers moving up to the top tier, and some of them may be able to challenge Matthew. But Matthew then currently won the Drivers' Championship. He's a 4-time champion now, I believe. Yeah, 4-time champion. Won the Constructors with Rocco, so they've tied that off, so all the championships are over. So Rest Point are confirmed first in the championship. So then, it's going to be very interesting how the race plays off, because Cameron Young has made his return, as for some reason all the settings are not on, even though I did put them on. So then, Cameron then has begun his flying lap in the Alfa Romeo. Hopefully he doesn't have any desync issues, as he had in Japan. He's only invalidated his first one. Oh, he's into the wall, and that's going to be a bit of front wing damage, but very spicy impact already into turn 3 there for Mr. Cameron Young. Also, we're on board with Kieran McDonald right now, who was a bit unlucky last week with the glitch with Cameron, where he somehow spun Kieran around, even though it wasn't on Cameron's POV like that. So basically, you're just going to have a bit more luck today, Kieran, as he's currently now entering turn number 4 right now, currently in Sector 1. 28.1 he does in the first sector on the medium tyres. Right now, let's see what he can do in Sector 2 and see if he can have a decent run and hopefully have a good race today. See now, he's going through the S section. It's not going to be easy to handle, especially with those tyres. They're not going to be the grippiest, but he handles it pretty well, as he's just about to finish the end of Sector 2, 5.7. Don't know if that's good or not, as he's in Sector 3 and Matthew sets a 12.9. Oh, a bit of a lock-up there, so Matthew's already setting the pace. And there's Kieran then around the final corner. Let's see what he does then, as he's coming to the line, and it's a 1:14.9, goes third quickest on medium tyres right now. As well on board with Mr. Lewis Curtis, who's in the pits, and there is rumours speculating that him and Matthew may be teammates next season, and possibly Rocco and Cameron. So we're going to have a nice spicy season next season for the constructors, definitely. As it will be Cameron and Matthew and Thomas fighting for the Drivers' Championship probably next season. Right now then, we've got on board with Pedro, who's currently in Sector 3 now, finishing off his lap in the Renault. A bit of bad luck at Japan. He got a punch at the end of the race, which the results in the end were taken, I believe, from lap 26 after the glitch, which happened to Matthew. And here comes Pedro then with a 13.3, goes second quickest at the moment on the soft tyre, not that far off Matthew, so Pedro has got the pace to challenge Matthew probably today. As Felix then, who's in the Mercedes, is coming in the pit lane. As Ryan then is on the flying lap right now. Kevin, if you want to go on board with him and come sit over his lap.
Okay. Yeah, of course, we see he's apparently this purple, according to the track map in Sector 1, I should say. So, looks like he has some pace going into the S section now. It's pretty much flat the whole way, especially in quali. If you're not flat, you're going to be losing a few tenths, but it can be a little hard in the car, which it showed there, losing the back end, and that's pretty much his lap done now.
That's a shame, but he's going to finish, I think, for Banker then. He hasn't validated, of course, so go around the final corner.
No.
No, he goes to the pits. As long as he doesn't do that in the race, that's fine. Does that sorry, if he does that in the race, he's going to get a penalty. So either Lee or what he just did.
Cameron Young is preparing for one in the stadium section.
Okay then, well if you want to go on board and commentate over his lap.
Okay, through the final, well not necessarily final corner, but it's the final corner that matters. It's going to take you onto the start-finish straight, opening DRS now. Might have a little bit of traffic, I'm not sure quite who that is. It looks like the McLaren of Patrick there. But into turn 1 you want to take a little bit of curb on the entry, really swing the car in and take it lots of curb. He didn't take as much curb as he really should have in turn 2 there, but I guess making sure that he doesn't validate this lap. Of course I think he's already had one attempt, so he's going to need this banker at least. Going into turn 4, a little bit of a lockup, but it doesn't seem to affect him as McLaren gets out of the way. Turn 6, a doubled right-hander, and he is actually purple in sector 1 by the way. So if you can keep it together in the S section, turn 7 now, and he's invalidated there just a little bit too early on turn in.
That is a shame there for Cameron then. Unfortunately, as you said, he was purple. That's his lap over. He just needs to get it nailed, as he does like to do the alternate strategy though, so that could be a tactic in deliberately getting validated. But there is the Mercedes then, who are about to be in their flying. That was on board Brandon. Let's see how he can do then. As he wins his flying lap. Down the straight he goes. Cameron just pulls on the right hand side, just let him through. Might even give him a bit of cheeky slipstream. And here we go then. So Bran down the straight, getting plenty of slipstream from Cameron, which isn't going to help Felix. He'll be a bit annoyed that he's not getting it, but he might get the second run. Actually, he's ahead. Actually, he won't get any of the run. I thought he was behind. Well then, let's see what his sector 1 time is. Will it be purple? It should be. Cameron moves out of the way, and it doesn't tell me his sector time, but then it is purple, apparently. As let's see what the rest of the Mert lap can do. Is if you can keep an eye on Felix, Kevin, as well, who's just ahead of him. I know both these two are on laps, so I just want to know if he's actually invalidated or anything. It's nice to tie there through the S section from Brown. Great exit. Takes the shortest route possible to gain a bit of time. Coming into the right, 90-degree right-hander. Got to get it right into the hairpin corner, which then goes into a chicane on the right. Oh, Wearing kicks out, keeps it under control. Good car control there. He's now coming to the line, Bran is.
For Felix, 14.3.
Not bad lap there, Felix then. And Bran, he did a... well, this is 27.6. I don't know what's going on here. I think he's glitched out or something, because apparently he's like 1 minute and 7 down the straight in sector 1. Was he invalidated?
I wasn't on board with him, so I don't know.
No, he wasn't. He's actually on a lap now, apparently. Oh no, there it is, it's lower than that. He's actually 7th. For 13.6, so he's a bit far ahead on my screen. I think, or it's just a glitch, because he didn't set a lap and it didn't actually put him up the table. That's weird. Oh well. Back on board with Ryan then, who's currently purple in sector 2, yellows in sector 1 and 3. That's an AlphaTauri going slowly in sector 1, as the Red Bull Racing Point is going slowly in sector 3, getting ready for their runs. I guess that's Matthew. As Ryan then does a 13.3. Well, was third quickest. Let's have a look. Down a lap. What about Thomas? He's in the pit lane. Okay, it is me seeing this or something, right? Go on board with Thomas there quick. Do you see him out on track with the pit limit on?
Yes. And now I can't switch to him.
I have a weird feeling this lobby is going to be the exact same as Japan. Because that's
yeah,
twice.
when you switch to him, it just... oh, now he's in the pits.
Yeah, it's like Brand's time wasn't set, and he was like past the line.
Yeah,
and he had a minute to go.
Yeah, Brand's in the sort of in the straight with split limiter.
How can
And
we
then
get
he
a
just
glitch?
disappears into pit lane.
I hope this doesn't cause a glitch in the race. Matthew currently on that right now, 12.9. We'll keep an eye on him, see if it happens to him when he peels into the pits then. We'll keep an eye on that. As Rocco's now going in the pit lane, apparently. But I think it's alright for Matthew, the horse. I don't think it affects.
Oh,
and he
he's invalidated though.
It's a shame that. Let's see what happens if it happens to him. He's in the pit lane. I know it's not happening to Matthew, so it's only happening to a few. As out there improves. Oh, that is, I forgot his name. Matthews, that's it. Matthews there in 6th place, one of the F2 runners up in season 6, I think, or season 8, I can't remember. But he's in 6th place right now. Probably looking for 2nd. There's an Alfa Romeo, Cameron Young, or is that Lewis Curtis? It's Lewis Curtis who's on the outlap. Kevin, if you want to go on board with him, he's about to begin his fan lap and see if he has any issues or anything.
There we go. Yeah, he is on an outlap, going through the stadium section to start his lap. And then through the final corner of turn 17 to start his lap across the line now. And now it says, okay, no, never mind. I thought it was glitched there as well because it said outlap, but down the start for you straight now under the Patronus sign. Into turn 1 once again, you want to take a little bit of curb to get a slightly better angle to set yourself up for turn 2. And it doesn't look like any invalidation, so he took that very nicely, opening up the DRS for approaching turn 4. Gonna want to go down to 3rd and then a late shift to 2nd, but he actually stays in 3rd there, interestingly. 2nd for turn 5, and then it's another 2nd for turn 6, using as much curb as possible on the exit to maximize your exit. Now here it's a very tricky corner. If you get it right, as he actually has, you might be able to get quite a nice middle sector. Looks like the second part of that section wasn't as good as it could have been. And it just says he's on an outlap now, Jared.
Yeah, I've just caught that in the know. I don't know what is going on. Now Lewis is now having effects.
He's probably going to finish it though.
Yeah, it'll probably show. He's done a 13.2. He's just done.
And now he's starting a lap.
Yeah, but look at his sex time. It says he's a minute and 11. As soon as that, it'll clock up in a minute. See if he's improved. No, he hasn't improved. It's just changed now. He didn't improve. Or did he? What's going on here? I'll check his race now because there's something weird here. Like some people are having issues with quality, and he invalidated his run apparently in sector on the second run. That is weird. I don't know what's going on, Kevin. I really don't. Now he's on another outlap. What about Kieran? Kieran's not improving, and he's actually invalid. Ollie's on a lap. Got the intent.
Yeah, Lewis is suddenly back on a lap.
Oh, no, he's not on an outlap. It's actually set his lap.
He's actually gone out quite wide there on his in lap, or at least probably his in lap.
Ollie's backed off. He's must have invalidated or made a mistake. He's got 4 minutes. Got a time for another run. Cameron and Thomas haven't set another lap yet. Could be tactical. I'll see if he does a glitch with Lewis. He's in the pit lane. Nope. He's just... I don't know.
He is spinning up his tyres though. And he's in second gear, which he's not meant to be in. And now he's just gone straight through the pit lane. So it's not fine for Lewis.
For God's sake, seriously, why can't Cody just make a good game? He's just...
Yeah, he's just back out.
Oh, this is brilliant. You know, I'm going to love this game. Lewis has just done a drive-through.
It kind of looks like an AI is taking over now.
But he ain't disconnected.
No, I don't think he's disconnected, but I think for him he's in the pit lane, but for everyone else they'll see his car out on the track as an AI. Because it's driving like an AI. Oh, now, did you see that? And now he's...
Now he's coming out of the pit! Oh, I'm done. This game is broken. It's so broken. Like, what is...
No words really.
I'm done. Honestly, this game can't get any worse.
It looks like Matthews has improved his 12.9 to a low 12.9 though. At some point anyway.
I don't know. I don't know what is. My brain is just messed up right now. What about Matthew then? Actually, you know, what about his team at Rocco? Let's see if he's having any issues. He's currently in turn 1. He's actually on a lap. Ollie's retired, so he's on the probably alternate strategy, which is soft, medium, medium. Even though I think soft, medium, soft's quicker. Oh, Williams there, moving out of the way. I think that's Ryan. As Joey couldn't make it today, unfortunately. Hopefully he can make a good recovery next season. As I said, he was blocked by Lewis, apparently with that AI, Kevin. So I don't know if that's the AI he's talking about when he was driving through the pits, or I don't know. But here comes Rocco then. He's about to finish his flying lap, and he's going to do a 13.3 then. Goes into 4th place. Still can't get it into the podium spot in quality. But that's his lap over, and at least his lap actually counted. Matthew then, Kevin, if you want to go over the 4-time champions lap. He's currently just in Sector 1.
Hang on. There we go. Yeah, so Matthew Walder, he hopefully is actually in Sector 2. Of course, we've had this before, but he is going through it. It looks like it is a proper lap, and he has actually invalidated on that left-hander there.
Yes.
So that's his quali over, really.
That is his quali over, but he will do a lap. He will like still set the time, I think, just so we can see what he could have done. Because he's still going full out. Let's have a look then. He would have done a mid-12, 12.6. So that would have been a lot quicker than everybody else. Thomas has moved into 2nd place, which I didn't realise. He ain't on another run. Pedro's just finished the 3rd. Lewis Curtis now in 5th. Rocco's dropped all the way down to 7th. Santeri Morticayan is in 4th now. And Lewis is AI, I don't know what. Lewis is off in turn 1, but he hasn't retired. That's you. Okay, what? Is that Rocco? Please tell me that is Rocco. No, that's Matthew. I don't know if Matthew's actually seeing this on his end. Brandon's on an outlap apparently. I don't know if our times are wrong either. Thomas is retired. Let's go around. Excuse me. Brandon. And he's backed off.
So it looks like Lewis, no, he's not using ERS anyway.
Yeah, Brand's like way off. He must be just about finishing his lap now.
Rocco Walsh, I think, is starting a lap.
No, he's already done one.
No, he's actually on his fuel.
But he dropped all the way to 8th. We just went for Brand.
Brandon Glover still has fuel. He's not using ERS, but he's... Okay, there we go.
Yeah, that was Brand's AI though. That was Brand's AI. Alright, well, here are the hectic qualifying results. Matthew O'Den in 1st place with a 12.9. Could have done a 12.6, and I think we're having a restart because of this. Ryan in 2nd, yeah. Thomas 3rd, Pedro in 4th, Lewis Curtis in 5th place, Cameron Young in 6th, Santeri Morticayan in 7th, Rocco Walsh in 8th place, Matthews in 9th, Kieran in 10th, Patrick in 11th, Brandon in 12th, Ollie Favell in 13th place, Felix Negwar in the back of the grid in 14th. Well then, while we wait for the new lobby, you guys want to ask us any questions, do leave them in the comments. We'll try and answer anything. As we're waiting right now. We'll be back on live commentary very soon when we get invited to the lobby, so we'll be back in a sec. We have now been invited to the new lobby. Hopefully we can actually get in it. Kevin, have you been invited?
Yes.
Right. I'm in.
I have to rejoin because I couldn't see half the names.
Oh, okay. Who's not here? Drivers.
There you go.
Avatar is Kieran. Kieran's not here. Oh, Kieran is here. He's just not in his car. Ryan? Is Ryan here? No, it's Ryan who we're missing. We go, I believe. We're missing two other people. Who else are we missing? Felix missing. I don't know who else we're missing. Legit don't. Well, Thomas, apparently the last lobby, Ollie got hit, slowed down by Lewis's AI while he was on a lap. However, that isn't the case. It's the glitch of the lobby which messed it up. Apparently Lewis was in sector 2 when Ollie was on a lap, or somewhere, and then, matter of fact, he was actually doing a drive-through in the pit lane. And then it glitched him into the pits when he was halfway through the track. So, I don't know. It's just Cody's being Cody's.
Looks like we're already in.
It's good that everything is sorted then. Right, as we are loading in then. Well, hopefully it's not too long. People to pick setups and everything like that. They have to remember the setups, and the top 10 have to start on the right tyre. Hopefully it can be very quick. I hope this isn't a big thing with drivers desyncing from each other, because if it is, yeah, that might have to be resolved. No, we are loading in. Shouldn't have an issue now. Race result prediction then. Well, only 14 today, so I'm going to go with Matthew obviously taking the win. That's me going to be too quick for everyone to challenge. And all these left the session. Ryan in second, I think. Thomas in third, and Pedro in fourth place. That is my prediction for today's race.
So top 4 stays they are, you said? I didn't
Yeah,
actually
top
catch
4.
first, but okay, yeah.
Yeah, top 4.
Well, I would go that Matthew wins, Lewis second, and Thomas third.
Okay then. Well, that is Kevin's prediction. Should be. Hopefully, he can make it back, because now his AI's not here. He's in AI. Oh, and I'm not going to be able to spectate Matthew because he's got the rev glitch. Let's do that doubly. Oh, so apparently Ollie is left because he didn't have a setup. That's his own fault. Drivers get reminded that they need setups. Ollie won't be returning.
Just a reminder, Matthew, of course, has taken all but one win in this season, and of course also taken the last 6, so he'll be looking for another one.
Yeah, he will be looking for another one. Well then, we'll start with Ryan, because apparently it's not going to Matthew, even though I'm going to take Ryan to get the better camera angle. As we're now 5 red lights for IRL Season 9, round number 9 at Mexico, and we're underway, and there's a bit of lag there for Pedro, but it's been good starts all around. All his AI's had a great start in the background, even though it's his AI, but Matthew already lost the lead in the straight, so it isn't really the best place to qualify, as we're going 3 wide down here now. And we see a Renault, Red Bull, and a Alfa Romeo, as Matthew's still keeping on the inside of Ryan, and Ryan takes the lead into turn 3, as there's no desync from anybody, I don't see. And Felix and Brown in 12th and 13th. And Roy back at the grid.
Yeah, Lewis is trying to move down the inside of Pedro after previously losing the place, I think. I'm not completely sure about it. The 2 Alfa Romeos actually both going side by side in a similar fashion, and it looks like both of them are going to come off not as well as they would have wanted. The Mercedes in turn 1, by the way, almost came together. That was Felix on the inside of his teammate. Had a little clip of Brown's rear wheel, but luckily neither of them went round. Would have been not the best to do that with your teammates, so the whole grid really, in general, goes through quite cleanly.
Oh, that is true. Right now, though, I'm on board with Pedro as Matthew's retaking the lead of the race. As we did see that as Kevin was going to turn on the mobile into turn 3. Matthew setting the pace, 118.2 right now, pulling away a little bit. We see a Renault now under threat by Lewis Curtis. Lewis Curtis thinking about going on the inside, maybe on the outside, possibly he could do a switch, but he's going for the inside. Thomas is now ghosting. That's just the lobby being glitchy. And there's no desync from Cameron's end. Except it says he's in second when he's clearly not because of the leaderboard glitch, but still, Cameron is not an issue.
Lewis is coming back at Pedro once again around the outside of turn 4. And he's going to try it down the inside of turn 5. A little bit of a touch, but it looks like he hasn't now. No, actually, he's given the place back. And now we may lose one to Rocco Walsh.
Yeah, that I might know why. Lewis has said when it was FP round, he was having an issue with his right pedal, gear lever, whatever you call it on the wheel. He was having issues with it. It wasn't actually going up into gear, so he might actually have a gear issue. On that, and that's actually a first, to be honest, in IRL to actually have a gear issue. Ooh, Cameron squeezed centre mark in a little bit there, but it wasn't really enough alongside. So Cameron is still in this race, doing a very good job, in 7th place right now, and he's coming to the pits. I don't know why he's coming to the pits, because it's only lap 3. Why is he retired?
Who knows?
Kieran's retired. What? Why is Kieran and Cameron retired? What's going on? He wasn't desync on my end. Unless he did desync someone and I missed it. So we'll keep an eye on the battle between Pedro and Lewis.
Oh, Lewis got a penalty.
Oh, Lewis
that was turn 8, just extended it a little bit too much in the exit.
Oh, I'll try and get some information why Cameron. I don't know.
Lewis Curtis is coming back at Pedro once again. He's going to have DRS. He's going to be on the inside for turn 1, but that won't matter because he's got so much more straight line speed. With DRS and overtake as an advantage, and he's going to go up into P4, fly up into P4 really. Nothing Pedro really could have done about that.
No. It's true that Pedro had nothing to answer there, and he's now dropped further behind. Ah, such the lag. That might be due to the horse then. We will have a look into that then and see if we can get a new horse. I don't think it's you related. Lobby was a bit laggy with other drivers as well. Unfortunately for you there, Kieran, that is a shame. Hopefully it can be resolved. As Pedro then is really struggling in the S section, and he's under threat now a little bit by Rocco and Santeri Mortikainen. That's how you say it.
Mortikainen.
Kainen.
Well...
Kainen. I think he won't mind.
Well, actually, I'll try and find his name because I don't think... Yeah, it's Mortikainen. His gamer tag doesn't show the NIN, or it can't fit the NIN at the end.
Ah.
So Santeri Mortikainen.
And he's lagging a bit. I don't know if this is the lobby or this is just Lewis being laggy or what. Because right now, I don't know what's going on. We had Kieran retire because obviously Ryan Thomas got side by side. Oh, very close and personal there. Thomas probably won't be happy with that. Ryan just squeezing him a little bit. If he created a bit too much and spun around, he would have been in fault there. But he kept the car under control and kept Thomas in line and keeps the position second. As my voice started to
Patrick
Curtis
going side by side.
Oh,
Patrick on the outside and gets it before the corner, so he must have used a little bit of overtake to make that move.
Yeah, let's talk about Patrick right now actually. He's currently in 10th place. He said he's just made a move. Start of the season he was, I believe, 3rd in the championship. at the start when he got third place, and then after that he's just had a lot of bad luck and a bit of mistakes, and he hasn't really been able to shine as he did at the first round of the season. So it's a bit of a shame to see Patrick this far down in 10th place.
I think Thomas is going to be going for a move for P2. He's going to look to the inside. They're going to be side by side. Going into turn 1, Ryan's going to have to brake very late to contest this, but he's not going to be able to. Gets very close to the gearbox of Thomas Trophies, and he's going to have to stick behind for now. Thomas is going to get the second body cherry as well with a bit of DRS, so it's doubtful Ryan's going to be able to come back, and he doesn't. Thomas up into P2 now. With Matthew already outside of a 3-second window, so if he got a penalty right now, it wouldn't even matter.
True. Ryan then in third place, Thomas now in second. He's now got an objective to try and catch Matthew, who's pulled away by 3.1 seconds.
Oh, and Ryan didn't actually have the best turn 8 there. He had a little bit of a back end loss there. And now Lewis could actually be coming at him. Maybe not as early as the stadium section, but surely down the start finish straight, he's going to have a chance, I think.
No, he keeps
closing up. Ryan's going to have DRS off. Oh, but that's a little bit of back end loss as well. He's going to need to use a little bit of overtake to make this move. He's going to use a bit of overtake, similar to Thomas last lap. It's going to be very similar. Ryan's actually going to defend to the inside this time. He didn't do it last lap with Thomas. They're going to be very equal going into turn 1. Lewis is going to have the inside for turn 2. He might be able to squeeze him out here. And he really attacks that corner to take P3.
Lewis didn't have a good exit at all. Riemann was out there, and Ryan's now coming back at him. And he's going on the outside, doing for the switch, locks up, trying to come back around the other side.
Yeah, outside for turn 4 isn't always the best position, as I think actually Ryan got tapped by Pedro there a little bit in turn 6. So Pedro getting a bit closer to this battle. Of course we have a bit of a train right now as actually Ryan goes off the track there. Or no, that wasn't Ryan, that was Lewis Curtis.
Ooh.
Doesn't look like he got a warning or anything because he actually left the track and rejoined the right way, but not going to be helping him at all, losing 2 positions. And now Ryan first one into the pits.
Going into the pit lane for the undercut. Could help him out to try and undercut the guys in third. As we're on board with Rocco Walsh now. He's not threat as much as I thought he would be. As Patrick's gaining on the Mercedes of Brandon a little bit now, as Felix is ahead of him. The pair of them. Oh, his Pedro's gone completely off there. Don't know if he got a warning.
Yeah, them pitting, they've come out in clean air as well. They only have each other to contend with. Right now, Thomas Trophies, of course, he did actually pull about a second before they had done their pit stops, so if he comes in this lap, he might be able to stay ahead, but it'll be interesting to see if he's going to be staying out a few extra laps to try and be quicker on his stint and take his mediums a little bit longer than they will be able to, given they pit just a lap earlier, maybe 2 laps earlier. I'm not really sure what the pit lap is. I think it's meant to be lap 10 actually. You go from lap 10 and then mediums and then 11 at the end, so might be too early of a pit stop, but the mediums surely can be taken a little longer.
Oh yeah, definitely. We saw Sondre in the old past game, he took mediums quite long. As Thomas, as he said, is in the pits now. Matthew stays out for another lap. Matthew's probably going to tyre.
Yeah, the rest of them all staying out. Thomas looks like the only one of this group pitting. Both Mercedes staying out as well. Actually, they're on medium, so that's understandable.
Yeah, that is true. I was going to actually add that in, but if the Mercedes try a one-stop, they could be a threat to Pedro. I think that could be a safe option to go as the one-stop. Might be slow at the start, but you're going to jump.
And it looks like it's worked out for Thomas actually pitting that a lap later. He still has a 1 second gap to Ryan. And of course Ryan is very much under pressure from Lewis, so I don't think Ryan's going to be thinking about Thomas quite yet, as Lewis really is closing. He might be going down the inside. Here he is. He's going to go very, very deep though, and Ryan got... I don't even know how Ryan got out there. But they're still going to be side by side in the exit. Ryan a little bit too far out. I'm not really sure what happened there, unless you're on board with Ryan, but...
Yeah, it looked like
Ryan
Lewis
loses
went
position
completely deep and it just hit him off. Now, we had a similar incident in FP, which was NFA, but I did say if there was a warning or pen applied, give it into that could lead to, if it was reported, a penalty. So Lewis needs to be more careful on his aggressiveness there, because that was too aggressive and it could have easily ended Ryan's race. So Ryan...
Pedro and Rocco in now.
Pedro and Rocco in the pits then. What tyres? Rocco's going to go on same tyre, medium compound.
It'll be interesting to see where these come out. Of course, Lewis and Ryan are on that undercut. Thomas pit a lap later, so yep, Thomas, they all come out actually very much ahead, so they've lost out by pitting later. Interestingly, Matthew Waller is staying out. Of course, he does have the lead, but he's going to be getting caught a lot by the guys who already pit. Thomas especially, it was only 3 seconds between them when Thomas came into the pits, and he's been out there for 2 laps now.
Yes, sorry, I'm just...
Matthew Walder into the pits.
Matthew in the pits then. Well, Matthew peeling then into the pits. We keep kind of fight between Brandon.
And I would assume the rest will follow. Yes, and Terry in, and Matthews also in. So now Felix and Brand, actually, the 2 Mercedes are going to take a 1-2 lead in this race. Of course, neither is in the pit yet, but if they get a lucky safety car, they could be in a really, really good position. Matthew comes out though. Thomas Trophies. It could actually be close between them. No, never mind. Big gap, a lot bigger than I would have thought. Thomas Trophies undercut not working out at all for him.
Patrick then on the attack on Bran right now, currently in the S section. Bran's really struggling for grip. Let's have a look at the leader right now actually, because I want to know if Felix may try the 1 stop.
3 seconds.
It's 6.5 seconds from Matthew.
Oh yeah.
So it's pretty... it'll be interesting what they do. Which means they're probably only going to do another 5 laps.
In theory, they'd be going to the end of lap 15 or 16 and taking the softs, then 10 and 10 at the end, or 10 and 11.
They might take their mediums to 20
earlier,
and try and hold Matthew behind and do a 1 stop, which could go in their favour for podium, not for a win, because Matthew's too far ahead of the others and too close to them. So Ryan picks up a 3-second penalty. He's actually catching up with Lewis. Pedro's not that far behind him, and either, as we can see, Montclair now is on soft tyres, making on Rocco Walsh very easily. And without DRS, I would feel he has a DRS fault, because he had DRS activation, but it wasn't in use. So maybe that could be an advantage for Rocco. Ryan's still trying to close back up on Lewis, but that dirt, yeah, isn't helping. Felix now 3.1 seconds ahead of his teammate Bran. Bran may be doing a tactic to try and help his teammate.
Matthew is right up the back of Patrick now, and it looks like he'll be side by side before he even gets to open up DRS. So you would assume that Matthew should have this move done before the end of the straight, and he does there. A bit of slipstream from Bran, I'm sure, helped out there as well.
Matthew, easy.
And now he's going to be going for Brandon Glover, opens the DRS, and he's going to be way past him going into turn 4, and then Matthew's going to take P2 in
deep,
this race right now. And I'm sure he's going to be up the back of Felix within the next lap, given the tyre advantage he's going to have.
Oh, Bran in third place, losing a lot of time to Matthew now, 1.5 seconds. And Matthew's already gained 1.5 seconds in a lap. But Matthew is on a charge. We'll stay on board him right now because with Finn's going to catch Felix by the end of this lap.
I did say he's caught 1.5 seconds in the last really 2 sectors. He's going to be approaching him now. He's not quite got DRS yet, so he might be getting held up a little bit in sector 2. He's going to be right up the back of him, at least going into the stadium section, so maybe he might be trying a move just going into it on the right-hander.
That's true. Right now, look, Matthew, already, as I said, catch within that lap, and he's already with him, so Matthew is unstoppable, and he looks like he's going to easily take his former championship rival in Season 4 IRL in F1 tier, which Felix won, and Matthew was the runner-up. Feels weird now that Matthew's actually the quickest, and Felix has just lost a little bit of pace, but Felix is still trying to be there. And right now, he could be fighting for second place at the end of this race if he tries the one-stop strat. And I know Felix will probably try and have another go at him in the next part of the straight if he gets DRS.
Brandon... Okay, I didn't actually notice that, unless you did, but Brandon's actually in.
Yeah, Brandon peeled him for the pits. That's why I'm saying Felix might actually stay out for a bit longer. Because he hasn't really got all to lose. The guys who are behind him, yeah, they're on mediums. But he then can go either, he can decide to go softs and risk 16 laps, or go hards.
I don't think that he's going to be taking softs 16 laps. It's, I would say 11-11. 11 is already quite long to be taking.
The only way he can make softs work, if he wants to try mediums soft, he's going to have to take these mediums for another 10 laps. And they are getting a bit blistery, so I don't know. But if he wants to try and hold a position to help him out to get some points, maybe the one-stop strategy is the way to go. But right now, it doesn't look good if he decides to pit now.
Yeah, in goes Patrick and Felix. It'll be interesting how much Brandon will end up gaining on his teammate. Of course, Felix was about 3 seconds up the road before the stops were made. So here we are a lap later. We'll see Brandon is coming out of the final corner now. He's crossed the line. We'll see Felix on the right. It's actually going to be close between them, you know. He's going to have a lot more speed. He's going to be slipstreaming his teammate going into turn 1. He's going to surely pull to the left. It's going to be side by side between the two Mercs, both on the softs, of course. A little bit of a lock-up for Brandon Glover, but he's going to go right around the outside and take it off his teammate. So that undercut gaining him so much time, you can see. And of course, he's the Mercedes ahead of the other. But can Felix come back at him now? He's going to be looking to the outside. Not the best place to be on. You can easily get squeezed out, but Felix is going to stick it in there. And he's going to try it down the inside for turn 6. No, he's going to stick behind his teammate now.
Bran there was very questionable. He moved a little bit under the braking. Cheeky from Bran. But these two have had no love lost seasons after season after season. These two have come to blows. These two have raced very cleanly. Hopefully we can have a nice little battle further down the points. As we're going to board with Thomas right now, who's under threat by Lewis Curtis in the background.
Doesn't really look like anyone's going to be making a move there though. Just kind of going single file as they close up into turn 1. If anyone behind Thomas gets a good exit out of turn 3, we might be seeing a move. As Santeri has actually got a pretty decent one, but if he doesn't use overtake, he might not be able to be side by side. He's going to have to go for a dive if he wants this. He is going to go for a dive bomb. He's going to be on the softs as well, of course. A lot more grip
rear end kicks
on the outside.
The button, and he's gone it, and he's gone and done it. Good move there, and takes 3rd position. And well, I'll tell you one thing: Lewis will be kicking himself right now that he made that little mistake, and well, him getting Thomas is going to have to wait a little bit longer. Well, Thomas is next on Santeri's victim list, as he's going to make a move. Possibly into turn 1, and he's got a good enough run to do it. On the inside, into turn 1, Thomas breaks a little bit early to try and do a switchback, but he also could do a tactic, not fight him really, since he's on
this
soft.
This will actually allow Lewis to get a bit of a run. Of course, Thomas doesn't have DRS. He's not going to be close enough though, and he's going to sit behind for turn 4. So Santeri is going to be able to push on for now. For how much longer? Because those softs are going to be getting to the point where they're not going to be up to standard, if you want to put it like that at least. So these mediums might start turning on a little bit better than the softs, and then the gap could start coming down again. But right now he is quicker.
He is quicker right now actually. Keep an eye on Lewis then right now, as he's really on the back of Thomas. Lewis is gaining. Lewis is in 3rd, got ahead of Thomas now. And Thomas might have an issue. I don't know why he's driving a bit slower than these two ahead, especially with Lewis. They're usually equal on pace, and right now Lewis is ahead with the extra tyre life, and I don't know what's going on right now, but Thomas is in a bit of trouble with the setup probably, or with the car. So right now he's in 4th as Rocco Lopez with 3 second time penalty. So let's have a look at penalties as we speak. Penalties. In 2nd place, Santiago Marquez on 6 seconds with Lewis Curtis, also on 6 seconds. Thomas.
Felix has got a fresh one there, 3 seconds.
Ryan has just got 6 seconds. Rocco's got 3. Felix, he says, got 6 seconds. And Brandon's also got 3 seconds. That is the penalties are all wrapped up then. And right now, Felix is the car ahead of Brand. So we'll keep an eye on that fight as well. But Thomas might actually come back at Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis has actually lost DRS from Santeri in front of him. 2 seconds separate them. Thomas might be going for a dive. No, he was close enough for it probably, but he's going to be sensible and keep behind. Going to try maybe for a bit better of an exit, but I don't think it's possible. No, he's going to open up the DRS flap, but also Lewis, I think that AI cars would give slipstream if they're ghosted. I'm not completely sure on that, but I would assume so. So, yeah, no making a move for Thomas at this point.
Well, there's a shame to hear, but right now, Lewis Curtis holding 3rd position. Could get 2nd if he plays his strategy right. But because the guy in 2nd place, and Terry Motakayan, or Kayan, I actually can't say it, he's in 2nd, he's got a 2.3 second gap. Yeah, I admit he's on softs, but if he makes the pit, he'll have an undercut on Lewis, he'll be on mediums, and he'll go to the end. I think That's what he's trying to do at least. And I think he could actually go to the end on those either mediums or even attempt a soft strategy. If he goes on lap 23, he'd then do 13 laps, I believe, on soft tyres, which could be possible with low fuel. Have to wait and see about the back. Still brother Pedro right now as Ryan and Rocco then are trying to make an overtake on him for 5th place.
Ryan just picked up another 3 second there as well.
It's 9 seconds now.
Oh, Centurion's pits now.
Yep, so he's made his pit stop. What tyre?
Likely going to be going on the mediums. Softs
mediums.
have a hard time making it to the
mediums
end.
he's on. And here he goes then. Those mediums, he'll try to hold 2nd place, but I think he's going to have a nice little fight with Lewis and Thomas for that position. And he has 6 seconds worth of penalties, so that could change it as well. But right now, Thomas, as I said, is now ahead of Lewis Curtis. So they've done the switch. What will happen? Lewis come back. It looks like Thomas is just quicker down the straights, but in the corners, Lewis looks a lot faster, or a lot more, how do I put it, a lot more confident in the corners here, because Lewis just gains a ton of time and then he just loses it a little bit with the exits or the straights.
Lewis having a hard time closing up really. I think it's partially to do with that he can't necessarily get as good an exit out of the final corner as he's going to want to be getting, because with a bit better of an exit, DRS is going to be helping him out a little bit more. With a little bit extra speed, he will probably be able to at least challenge to try and make the move, but he's just not able to get the exit that he needs compared to Thomas.
That's true. He just looks a lot closer in the corners. More confident. And he's not having gear issues either as well, which is probably helping him. A couple of weeks ago he had a throttle issue, now he's on a gear lever issue, so hope that doesn't affect him at the end of the race, because if it does, that could cost him. Right now though, Matthew's almost built a pit stop lead right now. He's got a gap of 13.5 seconds.
Yeah, he's on top of the world really. I mean, when you take every win bar one in the entire season, you'd be expected to win, and this is the kind of form that he's shown the whole season, that he's able to win like this. And I wouldn't be surprised if that gap keeps getting bigger. Of course, he's got 2 laps fresher tyres and Thomas behind him, so he's got every advantage available to him really.
And yeah, right now Matthew, I can't find a fault with him today. He's just driven dominantly right now. He's currently in the final sector now. I wonder if he's going to be a little bit cheeky and possibly try and take these tyres 5 more laps. Oh, and he's just got a penalty. Well, Going forward would have. He's got a penalty. 3 seconds, but he's doing 17.4. He's only a second off his PB. The fastest lap current is a 1:15.4, and that's from 9th place. And he will be on soft tyres at the end, I think. Lewis Curtis in the pits. So Lewis is going for the undercut. Let's see where he comes out against Santiago Marquez. He will be on the soft tyres, I'm guessing, for Lewis.
Yeah, 11 laps to the end. Well, actually, for him it will be 12 laps. Because he still has to do lap 25. So there's a little bit to go on those, but I'm sure he's going to be able to do it. As Martikainen goes right through. No contest between them right now.
Yeah, and Lewis is going to have to watch out for Patrick. As Lewis then is behind Patrick, and Patrick still needs, may not even need a pit. So this is actually for position. Because he's on hard tyres, and I think he's tried the one stop to try and find his way in the race. And as you said, Santiago Marquez is miles in the lead ahead of Lewis. Ryan just picked up another penalty. So right now, Lewis is in a bit of trouble, and so is Thomas, because they could lose that position.
Lewis, well, you said he was in a little bit of trouble, but he's gone straight through. Past Patrick, Patrick going a little bit deep, Lewis taking this opportunity and straight up into 7th place. So next person needs to catch is Santiago Martikainen, which 6 seconds, but he's also got those fresh softs.
Yeah, but those softs in 6 seconds, which is probably around about second lap, won't be fresh after 6 laps. Those softs will be basically like 3 lap mediums. Those softs will just be dead.
And the medium runners, the earlier medium runners at least, pitting again.
Felix, Ryan's spotted the day. So Ryan's out. He's binned it actually. He actually hasn't decided in the pits. And it's called safety car. This is interesting.
Oh.
And he's binned it.
I just saw there, Pedro almost got hit by the safety car. The safety car was
Ollie's
inches
AI
away
is
from
having
him.
an issue trying to get past Ryan's car, because apparently it's in the middle of the track and it's an unavoidable obstacle. But it looks like he lost it at the exit. I don't know what turn that is, but
it would have been funny if
the hairpin
his AI got disqualified.
Wait, what? Oh, Ollie's
it would have been funny if he got disqualified because of
now this is played everything up, because Felix, he's on fresh softs, right? There's a couple guys who are not on fresh softs, they need to pit. But if Felix did pit and was on like hards or a fresh set of mediums, he would be up here, fighting for a good position. But right now, Matthews needs to pit. Third place driver, Santiago Marquez, is in trouble now because that gap he had has now been destroyed.
Yeah, those softs are going to be able to easily go to the end now as well. So no problems for Lewis. Lewis can just really push, just make an overtake. And actually, Centauri is in now.
Interesting, he's going soft.
So he doesn't trust the mediums to get him anywhere really. I would assume Patrick's going to be coming in as well. Yeah, 9 lap old hards. They're certainly not going to gain you places anyway. Well, so he's going to be dropping to last really.
He'll be moving up a couple of positions. So he will be
the whole grid on the softs. Brandon Glover in as well.
This is going to be interesting for Felix because it's been a while since he's been up here.
Just like to say my prediction right now is correct.
Yeah. Right now though, it's going to be very interesting for Felix. He's 6th. He hasn't been up here for a while in 6th place in the top tier. And right now could be challenging for a possible podium position. Because let's have a look at Pens again. He only has 6 seconds. Scratch that. He isn't fighting for a podium position. Thomas, Rocco and Pedro are fighting for a podium position. They have 3 seconds. I thought they had more. And Lewis Curtis has 9. Jeez, 9 for Lewis. That isn't good. Lewis just clocking up the penalties. And I will just add today, I will not be able to do interviews today. I do have to run off straight after the race, so the stream will have to end after the race. But there will be interviews for next week, just letting everybody know now. And very late on in the race. But safety car then, back to the live race. Safety car is still staying out. There's a few cars trying to catch up. The Mercedes and the Ferrari, Ollie's AI and Brandon in his car. Yellow flags all around, which is good, so there's no glitches or anything like we've seen before with the safety car. We'll just have to wait. You got any change in winner or possible podium positions today with the safety car coming later on, Kevin?
Well, no, Matthew's still going to win. I mean, Lewis in second, 9 seconds of pens. Unless he can pull away somehow, I don't think he's keeping that. If people behind get 6 seconds near the end, then he might be able to just snatch a P3, but he's gonna have to pull away. And given what we saw earlier, like people like Pedro and Rocco, they're able to follow in a train, so unlikely that he'd be getting a podium right now.
As we do have yellows still, so no issue on that front. I'm just wondering if there's any other glitches. But you gotta love it. Every time Recordy's doing an update, there's always a new glitch. Safety car will be in this lap. 10 cars remaining. It's very interesting. Well, the race will be beginning very shortly. Matthew really slowing him down, and we're underway then.
Away he goes.
And Rocco's been given a 5 second for hitting Thomas, so that could be interesting. What happens at the end of the race? But here we go.
Look like Lewis was able to respond to Matthew off the restart there. Matthew getting a really good restart. 7 tenths, almost 8 tenths now. The gap. Thomas wasn't able to close up to Lewis, so it looks like more or less everyone staying single file, apart from Santeri Martikainen, who's going down the inside of Matthews there. He's going to be on the outside of turn 2, inside of turn 3, and he's going to take that at the exit, so he's up to P7, so he's had a good restart. And then McLaren now, Patrick also going at Matthews on the outside. It's going to be difficult, it usually is, but no, he's actually going to back out sensibly there, really sticking it in. It's just, you're going to be losing too much time if you stay side by side there. And Felix getting another pen.
Felix getting another pen indeed. That's good for Felix. It's 9 seconds now. Felix though, looks like he's making a move. On the inside, side by side between Pedro and him. Hopefully there's no love loss between these two. Santeri Martikainen is trying to make his way through the field. He has no...
Quite the crash. From there, it looks like Felix was kind of just losing his rear end there quite a lot. And Santeri Martikainen tried to go around his outside. Of course, Felix with no control ended up hitting Santeri, and both of them, I think, was damaged there.
Yeah, sure that looked a lot different in my opinion. It looked like Felix was turning in on him. Oh, hopefully that will get reported and will be investigated. But that was, I don't know, that was weird. It didn't look like his rear end on mine, but you say he lost his rear end.
Well,
so.
I was on board with him. He definitely.
Well, that's fine then. If you've seen on that, then it will have to be investigated if it gets reported, of course. But it has interested Spice in the fight now. 7th, 8th, 9th, and not 10th because Santeri Martikainen has had to pit. But there was a 4-car fight for 6th place. Right now, there's 1 lap 30 out of 36. A couple more laps remaining on the race, and Matthews only got a 2 second gap.
What it does do though is put Matthews in a perfect position to snatch a podium. Matthews and Pedro really. They only have to be within, well, 9 seconds of Lewis and 8 of 3rd and 4th. Obviously, some of those pens might be getting removed to 5 seconds, but they are in really good positions to gain a lot at the end of this race as DRS gets enabled.
DRS enabled. Not for this straight, or the next straight will be next lap. DRS will be enabled. Brandon just has nothing answered down the straight against Patrick. Matthews right now He's looking hungry for possible podium position. Santa Montreal is in the pits on 11 laps off, so he's trying to go fresh softs. That is another thing what Cody's do. Give him used soft tyres, like really old. 11 laps. Don't think you want to run on them. But he's on mediums now, and he will be going to the end. It's good to see him continue and not quit or anything like that. So it's good to have a finisher.
Well, as long as he does finish, he'll be guaranteed points. Everyone right now, as long as they make it to.
Well, as long as they make it the 90%
like
rule.
33, like within lap 33, it should be 90%. So.
Yeah, because all his car didn't count. Just basically, technically, he's not DSQ'd, but if someone DNF'd within 90% rule and they got ahead of him, all he won't have that position. Because it's his own. Brand still can't make an overtake on Patrick, further behind. The skill spec we do have, and we're going to stay on board with it. See if Brand gets another good run. When a couple more laps remaining of the race. Brandon is closing up again, but it's not enough. Time will be running out, and right now I think the best position Brand could get is 9th anyway, because I think he has like 6 seconds left pens and Patrick only has 3.
Yeah, okay, so it was actually from, if you cross the line on lap 30, to start lap 32, then you will be a classified finisher, so everyone is going to be getting points from that.
Brandon around the outside, he's finally got a good run. We've got 2 wide. Both cities on the outside line. Brand's going for it though. Going round, gets the inside of turn 2. Patrick's probably going to get a better exit though out of turn 3. And may come back at him. But Brandon into 8th place now. He's finally got this position. Now, will he be able to make a move on Matthews? Now, this is hurting Matthews. Matthews needs to get ahead of third as soon as possible because it could lose him his possible chance he's set for a podium position. So, we're going to see. Penalty for Matthews. He just picked up a penalty, so that's his podium probably out of the window now, and that's probably cost him. Everyone in the points has got penalties, which is weird to see, but it is what it is. With Matthews just started lap 34 out of 36, not that many laps remaining. Brand's going to show Matthews though. Patrick's now starting to run off a little bit. Still trying to make a move. Maybe trying to get a higher position than his teammate. Penalties on teammates. He has 3 seconds left, so he's going to get the move of Felix anyway. Felix just parking a train right now. Alright, we're the penultimate lap of this race, and Lewis Curtis is getting overtaken. Thomas has now made his move, and he's going for it. In the second place he goes. I think it was a bit too late, even though Lewis Curtis will be losing probably third anyway to Pedro. Because gap penalties wise, yeah, penalties wise anyway, Lewis would lose it. Lewis has 12 seconds. So Lewis is probably going to drop down 6th the way it's going to go. Back and ball to Felix. Still holding his own.
No, it looks to me that Lewis will only actually lose 1 place to Pedro. Matthews is just outside where he needs to be. Roughly, at least. It's like 6 point something.
Yeah, but Lewis is 12 seconds.
Oh, he's 12 now. Well, never mind.
Yeah. That's what I mean. And also Rocco probably getting his 5-second remove, and Thomas's as well. We're on the last lap of the race. Lewis actually might drop further behind, actually to 8th probably. Oh, Matthews just got a 5-second, which isn't going to hurt him. He's safe, 4.2 seconds, but he's exceeded track limits apparently. As we'll stay on board with the race winner, 4-time champion, 3-time it's 4-time constructors champion, isn't it? It is 4-time constructors champion with a different team, and well, Race Point won't be a team on the new game. When it comes out, it'll be Aston Martin, which will be a shame to see to miss the pink colour team, but it is what it is. But Matthew, yet again, has driven brilliantly, 100% perfection. Bissett a couple of mistakes with penalties, but that's just penalties. But he's kept the gap, kept the pace, and he's going to keep the streak alive, and he's going to win. What number now is it? 8 wins now. 8 wins, I think.
8 out of 9, yeah.
8 out of 9 wins, and that's
a seventh consecutive win.
Yep, 7th consecutive win as well, so that's good to see. Thomason drops to 3rd. Where does Lewis drop? 6th place. Now, Rocco will probably move up. Brandon Felix won't change. But Patrick, after all, having continuing going and came back, he came 5th in the end. So he will be happy with that. Very close to Matthews, just misses out there in 4th. So both Red Bulls will be sharing the podium spots, but will Pedro be able to hold 2nd? That's the case. I don't think he will. As we wait on Mr. Oliver, or is it Santeri? It's actually Santeri we're waiting for. As he's going to be the last one to cross the finish line of today's race. The Mexican GP.
He's showing off a little bit.
Doing a bit of drifting. We'd like to see. Do not do a Bottas. And he's doing what I would do. Go in reverse gear. Though he's actually neutral. I think he thought he was in reverse, but he's actually in neutral there. And there he is, he's crossed the line in a 10th position. And he will get a point then, and he will be happy with that after what happened in the race. But yeah, apparently driver today was Felix. I'd actually give it, to be honest, I'd give Patrick. He was on hard, he was nowhere near the field, and then he got 5th, so I don't know. There's your 8th win, Mr. Holder, and your 7th consecutive. Matthew then takes another win and a bigger lead in the championship, even though it's been wrapped up already. He just wants to have more trophies in that cabinet. With Faz in 2nd, could drop to 3rd if anything, penalties and that. Thomas in 3rd could move up to 2nd. Well then.
Well, if Thomas were to get rid of his 5-second pen and Matthew didn't get rid of his, then Thomas would win, by the way.
Oh
so,
yeah, that's true.
Not 2nd, 1st.
Well, yeah, that is true if anything like that does, and Matthew doesn't report it, so could be interesting. Well then, here are the official results. Matthew then takes the win with Faz in 2nd, Thomas in 3rd. Matthews in 4th, good recovery from Red Bull today. Patrick in 5th, Lewis Curtis in 6th, Rocco Welsh in 7th, Brandon in 8th, Felix 9th, and Terry Martin in 10th. Ollie is 20th, with Ryan, Kieran, Cameron all DNFing in today's race, which is unfortunate. Well then, I did say we can't do interviews today, which is a shame. But I'll see you guys next time. And Kevin, have you got anything to add before I close down the stream?
Matthews to go.
That's true. Can't disagree. But if you want to see more action, join us tomorrow for F2, where I'll be commentating F2 tier at 4:30, or F3 if you want to watch F3, also at 4:30, where Championship still hasn't been wrapped up in either tier. Still very.
Oh, I just realised Matthew's fastest lap was 3 seconds quicker than anyone else's.
Jesus.
Almost.
Well then, that's just how godly he is. Well then, I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye for now.